Hello and welcome to Tech Corner. I am Steve Valicious. Welcome to my brand new channel. You might be asking a couple different questions. A, why a new channel? And B, what the hell is Tech Corner? Well, I'll tell you both. I usually do gameplay videos, video games. I love it. I love the channel that I have, but it's kind of narrow in what I'm able to do with it. So I figured I wanted a different channel to show all the stuff that I collect. I collect a lot of technology. I'm a huge geek. Whether it's retro, whether it's new, whether it's yesteryear or yesterday, I do love my technology and I need another platform to show it on. So that's where Tech Corner comes from. You might be able to see behind me, I do have a corner. You can't see it with the glare. Now we just need some tech. So I'm going to have some helpers. This week it happens to be Garfield. He's going to be running the sound. We did a little test episode yesterday, so hopefully we've worked most of the difficulties out, but do go easy on him in case the sound is a little off, the video is a little off. He's a little sensitive. So you just wanted me to say that ahead of time. But we're going to go ahead. I think we've talked long enough. Should we show? They came here for tech. If they clicked on the video, they know what they're about to see. Should we go ahead and show them? I think so. All right. Let's do it. The PowerBook 1400. Now, I know a flagship of a fleet is really only supposed to be one, but I have two as far as my collections are concerned of Mac laptops. So I'm going to dedicate the first two episodes of Tech Corner to those two machines. And the first one, my favorite one, this is it. This is the beauty. This is the crown jewel, my PowerBook 1400. So we're going to go off of, you're going to have a million other channels on YouTube that go over the tech specs of these things, the height, weight, the burst sign, all the rest of it, the birthstone. That's not going to be here. You got a million other videos you could see for that. You could go on Wikipedia, do it yourself. I'm just going to go over the particular pieces that I have, why I find them interesting, why I collect them, and just my experiences with them in general. And also, you're going to find, I got to steal a little thing from Bithead 1000 here, who's a master video game collector, the garage sailor. If you don't know him, go look up his channel. I get stuff on eBay. Shoot me. I know. Every other place I see, all these other videos I see, oh, they found it at a garage sale. They got it for $4. They found it on eBay for 50 cents. The blah, blah, blah. A guy was walking down the street and he found a signed Apple II from Woz or something like. Stop it. I'm not that lucky. I go on eBay. I have to pay for stuff sometimes. It's just the way it is. But I enjoy them. I get my money's worth out of them, so just being right up front. Don't shoot me on that one. But anyway, I got this one on eBay. And I'll tell you why I got it in just a second. But this is my second 1400. The first one has a cracked acrylic top here and also has a floppy drive instead of the CD-ROM drive. But that's not why I picked up this particular one. The reason why I picked up this particular 1400, it is in museum quality condition. This is a collector quality specimen, so that's why I decided to pick it up. I'm going to go over a couple of the features of the laptop itself that I personally enjoy or found interesting. But let's go, you guys, let's do the porn portion of this where we actually go over the whole thing. So let's get it nice and close here. You could see the back there. And that's the big thing of these videos, right? It still has the port door. Isn't that what people go nuts about? It still's got the port door. It's like when you're watching those dog shows and they look at the teeth of the dog. That's the kind of the thing, what they judge it on. So this one has the port door, so it's in fantastic condition. The side, not a whole lot going on there. Got the CD-ROM drive I was talking about in front, and also the battery bay. And also your two Type 2 or one Type 3 PC MCIA slot, however that goes. I've never seen a Type 3 card. Maybe I'm alone in that. I've never seen a Type 3 card. But every one of these videos you hear them talking about the two Type 2 or the one Type 3. Never seen a Type 3. And anyway. You see right away, and this was something that was goofy, that was very pre-Steve Jobs returning to Apple, which is the touch of color that they decided to put on these cases. You can remove this, if you're familiar, you can remove this kind of acrylic case here, and these have two sides, and you could go on eBay and spend an exorbitant amount of money for all the ones that special artists they had made. But it looks kind of like lipstick on a pig, and not to say that this is an unattractive laptop, because I actually do like the design, despite it being kind of pre-iBook and pre-PowerBook, the newer PowerBooks and all the rest of it. But it's something that Dell would do, and I think they later did with their Inspirons and Latitudes, where they just made the plastic purple or blue or whatever it was. So you can get the kind of business one that's just the regular gray, but to have the whole thing be the gray and just have that little splash of color is a little ridiculous, but it doesn't detract too much from the use of the laptop. The one thing and the defining feature of the 1400, and you see some people talk about this, but not a lot. They mention it in passing. The keyboard. The keyboard on the 1400 is absolutely the best keyboard that's ever shipped on any portable, without question, as far as my mind's concerned. I know Apple says, oh, the Chick keys, that's the best keyboard, it's the best typing experience. Not for me. The best typing experience on a portable is right here with this 1400. And I'll get you close so you can kind of see the clean condition of this thing here. The inside in really great condition. But let's see if I can get close enough to do the clicky. Oh, that tactile feedback and just the response and the solidness of this keyboard. A lot of times when you were dealing with portables back then, and even when they released the Pismo and the bronze keyboards, those little ones that they carried all the way through the iBooks, they just weren't solid. It didn't feel like you were typing on a solid surface. The keyboard would buckle a little bit, and it just didn't make for a great experience. But these keyboards, this keyboard in particular, the 1400, fantastic. So that's one of the reasons why I have a 1400, because I love typing on it. The other reason why I got this specific one, it was born with a 166 power PC, but it also got the Sonos upgrade G3 333, which helps this computer immensely. Now I'm going to go over why in just a second. So we're going to power it up, because the battery, 20 years old, is not exactly holding a charge. We're going to go ahead and power this guy up. So the reason why I collect these old PowerBooks is I always loved the form factor of the PowerBooks, the older ones. But unless you were a business traveler, unless you had $1 billion, there was really never any justification to get one. Because back in the 90s when this was made, the disparity between laptops and desktops as far as performance was concerned was a very wide disparity. You could get for the same money an order of magnitude better PC than you could a laptop. So, a desktop rather than you could a laptop. So now it's not that big of a problem, right? My MacBook here, my iMac, for the same amount of money, they're pretty comparable. In fact, I think the MacBook Pro, probably with the Retina screen I got on it, probably has a better display than my iMac. So for the same amount of money, you're getting relatively comparable for performance, but that was not the case back in the 90s with the laptop. So I'd always have those Mac magazines. I'd be sitting there reading them, seeing the ads for the PowerBooks. Even used ones were $2,000. Even a 1400 used back then was still $2,000. So I always wanted to see what it was like to get one of these machines. And finally, they're affordable enough on eBay now. You could go pick them up. They're wherever you could find them. And they're fantastic just to use. But you might be saying, okay, you could collect them all you want. Can you actually do anything on them? Well, with the G3, you can. Believe it or not, you can still do stuff. And I think that a lot of these retro videos go on and just collecting them. But I actually use them for some stuff. So let's go over that now. What could you do on a PowerBook that's damn near 20 years old? Well, this particular one, with 9.1 on it, as you could see it booting up, you can actually get on the internet wirelessly. If you have an original AirPort, I think it might be the second generation AirPort. If you got the gumdrop one, the white one, you can get one of those Orinoco cards. I believe Dell makes a similar card as well. Put it in here and connect wirelessly. Don't go surfing the web on this thing. I mean, you're taking your life in your hands. Probably literally, because the machine might actually blow up. But you could still do simple things. You could do email. I know Garfield and I do email, right? Little internal memos back and forth. I got a copy of Word 98 that works perfectly on this. The 1400 specifically, because of the fact that it was one of the very first machines to produce a CD-ROM en masse, is useful for retro machines because I could take stuff that was on CD. I could download old programs. A lot of abandonware, which we'll get to in a second. You could download old programs, put them on CD, put them on here, install them, switch out for the floppy drive, which I have, put it on there, and then I could transfer it to my older machines that only have floppy. My 180 PowerBook, my 5300, which we'll get to in future episodes. So that's really useful. As far as internet, IRC, AIM, I mean, if you still use AIM, if you're one of the 4 people in the universe who still uses AIM, and regular stuff. But the cool part about these older machines, and why I'm really glad that this one has the G3 upgrade, there is a tremendous amount of abandonware, not freeware, but abandonware, available on places like Macintosh Garden. You can use real programs. There are script writing programs. If you're a writer, if you like to play around with that and you just want to learn the formatting, there's fantastic programs that you could use, download right on here. There's computer-aided design programs that you could use. There's art programs that you can use. Just stuff that you could learn on, you could play around, get a feel for how they work. So those things, I think, there's still a place for vintage machines in software that ran best on them, that was optimized for them, and that you may just want to learn on. So for affordable machines, affordable learning machines, a limited basis. Understand you're not going to be doing fancy stuff in 2015 on a G3 1400. But you can still do some things, and that's what makes them cool, and that's what makes them fun. That's what I use mine for. I put my Word 98 on here. I have no problem with that. I put Word 98, type out little documents and memos. I got a printer that goes with it that I found on eBay. So for little things like that, it's absolutely still useful, and they're really just cool to have. Active matrix display, which if you're a fan of the PowerBooks like I am, you know that 1400c means something. Where CS, you basically won't see anything that's happening on the screen with those passive matrix displays. Did you have one of these back in the day? No, he didn't have one of these. He's too fancy for that. He got a Pismo. That's the first one that he had, which we'll have here as well. But that's basically it for my 1400. I just wanted to show it off. This thing, I really like it. It's my favorite PowerBook by far. If you owned one back in the day, if you own one now, if you're a PowerBook collector, if you just stopped on your way, if you just decided to come say hi, all of that fun stuff, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe. I hope to have you around. We're going to have plenty of other laptops. We're going to have plenty of other stuff. If you have any questions, requests, we do those too. But until next time, have that Steve-alicious day.